go. Chicago Bears football game recap number one. Game one. So the defense saved the day, as they usually do in Bears history. I'm about to take this morning ride, but wanted to do this recap. So yeah, defense saved the day. You gotta say, pitching a shutout in the second half was huge. Jaylon Johnson with the closeout interception as a number one cornerback that's paid that way should do. Tyreek Stevenson showed up with a great interception that was critical. You got to give credit to Ryan Poles for the trade for Darrell Taylor. Darrell Taylor showed up with a lot of pressure and 2 sacks in the game, so a 6th-round pick for that trade. That looks like an absolute steal. Gervon Dexter, he showed up. I mean, maybe he takes the leap this year. Constant pressure all game on Will Levis, and he got a sack, so that's encouraging. Montez Sweat didn't have any sacks, but, he had pressure all day. He was in Will Levis's lap a lot and forced a lot of the bad plays for the Titans in the second half. But the defense saved the day. And we talk about all three phases. Special teams with the huge punt block. I mean, that was a critical point in the game. Kind of flipped the game. And Taylor with some really good punts to pin the Titans on critical parts of the game was huge as well. So that's a good thing. Special teams are bad. Velus Jones again. That fumble was unacceptable. Velus probably needs to be cut or benched. You give Ryan Poles credit for the trade for Darrell Taylor. He probably should have took that trade that he was offered for Velus Jones, but that is what it is. Now let's get to the bad, the offense, the other phase of the game. Well, one thing about the offense, the O-line was horrible all game. They just let the Titans destroy them. It's bad on your O-line when effectively your right guard, Nate Davis, is benched during the game and Ryan Bates replaced him. So we'll watch that and see if Ryan Bates is the starter against the Texans next week. We'll look at that. But, Swift showed up. Swift was good, but they didn't utilize him enough. He wasn't utilized enough in the passing game. And 10 carries for Swift is not going to get it done. I think all backs had about 16 carries. So offensive coordinator Shane Waldron is going to have to work on that, especially against C.J. Stroud next week. You got to establish the run to keep the ball out of Stroud's hand as much as possible. Let's talk about Caleb. I'm not down on him. He missed some easy ones, and him and the receivers did not get in sync, not until the second half. Him and DJ and him and Keenan started to get in sync, but then unfortunately Keenan re-aggravated that heel, so we'll watch for that next week to see if he bounces back and plays against the Texans. That's one thing for sure. But I'm not down on Caleb. It's his first start, rookie year, rookie first game. One thing I will say, I liked his savvy, and what I mean about that is he did not turn the ball over. Too many times you see rookie quarterbacks, especially in their first start, even if they're having a good game, they just have turnover after turnover. He protected the ball. That was savvy. And then you got to give him a huge bump for the big first down scramble run to put Carlos Santos in position for that field goal, which essentially was the game-winning field goal, because that was veteran-like. In that moment, he could have just threw the ball away, scrambled and threw it away. But he ran to get the first down, knowing that Santos would still be in position for the 3 points. So you got to give him credit for that, for knowing the game situations in his first game. That's huge. But overall, you get the win. 24-17, we'll take it. It was ugly. It was Bears-esque. But let's see what happens against the Texans. And Caleb's got to get better. But we'll see. And so does Waldron.